Yay! Well,
Tell us about your book.
I actually co-authored the book. Me and a good friend of mine, Andrew Turk Jones. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. The story, actually, the origin of the story, it actually was built around, like you see the title, the 15th District. Chronicles of the 19124 was in the Frankfurt section. Andrew Turk Jones, my co-author, he's doing life right now, misfortunately. So what he did in the midst of fighting his case,
What's misfortunate?
It's not fortunate, it's misfortunate that he's doing life, is it not?
Okay.
Is that not misfortunate?
You did the crime, you do the time. It's like, no, I don't know.
I mean, you know, you can't make the situation fortunate. There's no gain, it's a loss.
Yeah.
So, inevitably, in this great loss of losing my friend to a life bid, before he actually got sentenced, he sent the transcript home. He sent it to my address. I never thought that I was going to be an author. So when he sent me the transcript, I read it and it wasn't done, but it took me back like, this dude wrote something, you know what I mean? Like, y'all knew this guy, y'all would understand where my perspective was. This dude is the type of dude that wouldn't even pick up a book. So for him to actually make the transformation because of the situation that he was in and actually write this transcript, it was about 108 pages. I was just baffled, man. So like I read it and I read it and I read it. So I mustered up the nerve and I started writing. You know what I'm saying?
So there's a period when someone gets charged and when they're actually convicted. Is that when this was written, or was it?
He was fighting the murder. He wasn't convicted. He was just in CFCF at this time. So he got charged with the murder, but he was in the process of being tried for that murder.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That time frame between when you get charged to when you're actually convicted, which can be a couple years.
Yeah, he was locked up for a few years of CFCF. That was the time that he sent that.
He did it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So the time passed before you could file certain motions. So what he did is he sat for for 5 years, and then he put this particular motion in and they accepted it. So now we're diligently going forward to try to see if we can get it, the life off of the table.
And this is real life.
Well, it's based off of true events. You know, we couldn't
Yeah.
we couldn't make it bust real. You know, we don't want to get nobody in trouble, including myself. You know what I'm saying? So I did everything in my power to make it as fiction as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we based a lot of the characters off of real people. Like Reese is actually Andrew Jones. The character Mike is actually myself. The character Rel is actually comprised of a few people that we knew. And it's just like sprinkled around people that was up in the neighborhood of Frankfurt that's actually in the book. Of course, we changed the description or whatever may have you, so ain't nobody trying to sue us or nothing. But what he did, I mean, what I tried to do is I tried to shop him a deal, so I called Black and Nobel. I spoke to Hakeem Hopkins at Black and Nobel, and I was just, shout out to Hawk, man. Hawk is a huge influence in the city as far as literature goes, and definitely in me taking this leap of faith and creating Prolific Concept Productions. I just was trying to shop him a deal and find a place or a home for him so that he can put his book out, the book that I helped him write, and he actually has more pieces that he's been working on. So Hot was like, is you crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to take this book, this hard sweat, blood, sweat, and tears that y'all put in, you saying this your first attempt as an author, I read some of it, I'm really feeling what y'all doing, you trying to take this book and let somebody give you a check, like cut you a check and just tell you to skedaddle. So I'm like, I don't, you know what I mean? I'm independent. I have my own daycare. I have a 24/7 childcare center. So I already was in business. I already understood how to create an LLC, EINs, and tax ID credits. I already understood how to go about that. So in me expressing that to Hawk, he was like, well, since you understand business already, then you might as well continue to stay in that business lane. He gave me that advice. I took it and I ran with it. And here you have Prolific Concept Productions. And as you can see, I got my cameraman in the building. So it's video. I'm actually dealing with an artist named Dun Did It, who used to rap with the Cannons. He used to be Cicero. I don't know if y'all heard of him.
I heard Dun Did It. He was on 2 Off the Street.
He's actually my artist. I'm managing him. So there's a lot of different things that's going on with Prolific Concept Productions, and I chose to put the word production at the end instead of publication because of this particular reason. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want
just limited.
I didn't want to limit it just to a publishing company because, all right, we dropped the book, but we also shot a short and a movie trailer for the book. And everybody doesn't read. Some people are just interested in movies. Some people are just interested in music. So in all those different realities, I decided what I wanted to do is to try to conquer all three to bring one idea as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may not want to read 15th District, but you might want to watch the movie. Being as though you might not want to watch the movie, you might want to listen to the soundtrack, though, by the way, which is coming soon as well. So
tell us a little bit just of the book. Who is it about? Is it about 4 friends? Is it about
Well, the
person?
book is about a trio. The book is about the character Maurice Brown, Mike, and Rel. Well, actually, Maurice Brown, Mike, and Slim. Slim actually gets accidentally murdered, and what happens is his son, as time passes, ends up with the same crew that his father was rolling with before they passed away. But it's just it's a trio that came from North Philadelphia, and they migrated to the Frankfurt section, and just the different antics that took place with that. I don't want to give too much of the book away,
Gotcha.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, I could read the back of y'all. How he killed this particular individual. He shotgunned him. A lot. I don't really want to get too much.
I want to put a pin could drop in the room when he said that part.
Not shot him, he shot gunned him.
Yeah.
Good God, that's like.